津波注意。仙道です。よろしいでしょ。
Yuzuka, what's she doing here at this hour?
ああ、空いてるぞ。
ごめんなさい。こんな時間に。
こんな時間ってほどまだ遅くはねえだろう。日が暮れんのが早いからそう感じるんだな。さすがは高緯度か。
そうね。別に何か用事ってわけじゃなかったんだけど。
そっか。まあ入れよ。
まだ何か仕事中でした？
いや、まあもう終わるところだからさ。
それは。
ああ、鈴原関連の書類の後処理だ。
鈴原少尉の。
ほら、遺書に部隊長として状況報告やお悔やみの言葉を遺族宛てにつけるだろ。
それは。でも確か鈴原少尉って。
そうだ、あいつも孤児だ。
Same as Miona.
バビロン前からだから大解放による行方不明ってやつでもなくてさ。
Countless people lost their loved ones in the wake of the Babylon disaster, but even before tragedy struck, millions had already died back in Japan.
どちらが幸せなんでしょうね。過酷な世界に一人で放り出されるのと、死んだと諦めることもできずに希望と未練の間で苦しみ続けるのと。
ああ、どっちが幸せなのか俺には分かんねえけどよ。
Most of the people who died during the Great Ocean collapse were swallowed by the sea. We're not getting their bodies back, ever. If there's no body to be found, the administration's official stance is that the person in question must be considered missing. Millions of deaths will never be acknowledged, and the bereaved can only carry on in endless despair without any hope of closure. Much like me and Yuzuka, as long as we can't leave the past behind.
事務局行ったんだろ。どうだった？
There's no need to spell it out. Yuzuka went to the admin office to check the list of survivors in Seattle. Maybe she took a look at Hawaii's data while she was at it. It's the logical thing to do. Me and Yuzuka were stuck in the Atlantic Ocean when all hell broke loose. We had no way to know if our families evacuated from Japan safely. Assuming they're alive, they should be aware of our status. We didn't arrive in Seattle until recently, but information about our deployment should be written down in our records. And so far, no one's tried to get in touch with us. Maybe our families tried to contact us while we were on deployment. It's not that far-fetched. Service pilot families get preferential treatment. But would that even be possible? The military is struggling with communications even today. Do they have the leeway to send civilian messages to the Atlantic Front, an actual battlefield, when things were even worse? So maybe there's actually a good reason we haven't heard a peep from them. Yeah, right. I'm only trying to deceive myself. I just can't let go.
ごめんなさい。注意の分も確認したんですが、後でちゃんと。
You hate to see it.
いや、いいんだよ。わかるって。俺の方こそ。
First time Yuzuka's bringing this up, so I shouldn't be surprised. As they say, though, seeing is believing. I won't be convinced until I check for myself. Man, this is getting too uncomfortable for my taste.
まだ決まったわけじゃないから。
わかってる。ああ、俺たちの軍籍問題なかったか？
はい、注意の分も確認しました。ちゃんと MIA からシアトル配属に書き換わってた。だから。
Meaning someone could contact me at any time. Yeah, pathetic, I know. Still, I want to cling to what little hope I have left. I'm hoping there's someone who knew our folks and made it through this disaster, and I want to meet them so I can find out exactly what happened. It's funny, we surface pilots are lauded as heroes, but in the end we ain't any different from all the other refugees out there. Wavering between hope and despair makes you wonder if giving up wouldn't be the better option. Yikes. But compared to Suzuhara, we're the lucky ones.
あのさ、普通はさ、誰だってそんな行方不明の家族に向かって遺書を書いちまうだろう。生きてるか死んでるかなんて関係ない。 ただ自分の身に何かあった時にって実質的な意味なんてない。ただ書く者の心の安定のためにやってるようなもんだ。でもな、鈴原の遺書には宛先すらなかったんだ。
Whatever reason she had to write her will, peace of mind wasn't one of them. It was simply a piece of paper, a formality she took care of before the sortie.
バビロン前からの孤児だってさ、例えば孤児院とか世話になったやつとか遺書を送りつける先は誰だってあるもんだろう。だから俺が確認したんだけどさ、中身もほとんど書いてなかったんだ。宿舎に残したものは好きに使ってくれってぐらいでさ。
Christ. Like, that's it, fucking nothing at all. Just like, to whoever's reading this, take my shit. Damn. That's half.
どうして
Yeah.
そんな。
わかんねえよ、今となっちゃ。
Nah, let's head back out in the battlefield. We'll ask her face to face. Maybe this was her way of telling us she was all alone in the world, so it's okay to forget all about her when she dies. Or maybe she was lonely and depressed, but too stubborn to seek help. That would go a long way toward accounting for the contents of her last will. I don't know the first thing about Suzuhara. I spent the last few hours of her life together with her, and that's it. It doesn't feel right that I'm the one who has to write her notification of death. I want to believe someone who's acquainted with Suzuhara, someone who actually cares about her, might come to pick it up. It ain't impossible, technically speaking, but I have a hunch her notification of death won't see the light of day ever again. I'll do her papers, the IJMDF will update its records, and then file it away. That's how Suzuhara becomes a number. Nothing more than another entry on the books.
覚えておいてやろうぜ、俺たちだけは。
Damn. I wish I could have gotten to know Lieutenant Suzuhara better.
そういや、ユズカ、何の用だったんだ？
実は散歩にでもお誘いしようかと思って。
散歩？
ええ、実は楠本軍曹に聞いたんですけど、向こうの宿舎裏に高台があって。
There's always a hill, isn't there?
眺め。
Huh, I had no idea. Hell, I even started to explore the area around my own dorm.
気晴らしにと思ったんですけど。違いますね。注意を出しにしてるだけですね。
いいぜ、行こうぜ。
注意。
俺だって歓迎だよ、こんな日は。行こう。
はい。
Hell yeah. It's so quiet around here. The thundering roar of the cannons is conspicuous by its absence, and the city's too far away for us to hear any of the hustle and bustle. Only the moon and the distant streetlights of Seattle illuminate this small trail to the summit.
どうしました？注意。
いや、こうして戦場でもない場所を二人で歩くのはどれぐらいぶりだろうかって思ってな。
そうですね。
Mindlessly walking forward, with no destination in sight, with no choice but to keep walking if we hope to survive. It was the two of us back then, just like it's the two of us now.
もしかしたら初めてかもしれませんね。
え、そうだったか？
I first met Yusuke at Kashi Base. That was years ago, and we've never taken a stroll together before.
よくよく考えてみると、そうかもな。
Sure, we had fun times together, went out drinking a couple times too, but I don't think it's been just the two of us until now.
カシー基地で同じ部隊に配属されてからずっと戦場でしたしね。
そういやそうだな。欧州派遣前の休暇は家族と会うのに使っちまったしな。
皮肉ですね。世界がこんなになってようやく戦場ではない場所を歩けるなんて。
The world works in mysterious ways.
生きるんです。注意。生きて歩き続けるんです。
keep walking. If it wasn't for her, I...
さあ行きましょう。
ああ、裏の丘っていうか、こりゃちょっとした林だな。
ええ、近くにこんな場所があったなんて驚きですね。
まったくだ。
It's pretty amazing if you think about it for a second. All the trees around us, they survived the Great Ocean Collapse, an honest-to-God extinction event. As long as there's no beta around, the forest and other vegetation should be safe. That's the way things used to be, at least, but God only knows how long this place is going to last. Every time the sea breeze blows, the wind carries the salt from the salt flats inland to the soil near Seattle. This forest has a rocky road ahead.
あそこがてっぺんみたいですね。
ああ、そうみたいだな。
ね、早く行ってみませんか。
おい、危ねえぞ。
She calls me a kid.
待てよ、ユズカ。急ぎすぎる。
Wow.
これは。
This is
ああ。
pretty doesn't begin to describe it. I'm at a loss for words here. I seriously don't know what to say.
あれがシアトルの街。街が
Skyscrapers that pierce the heavens, the glittering lights at the city below us, brimming with life. Countless headlights brighten the roads, and even the suburbs seem to give off a distant warmth. Yuzuka's got it right. This city is alive. Humanity isn't on its deathbed yet. No, Seattle is proof that its heart is still beating strong. This is what we're fighting to protect. Our new home.
最後に残った幸運の年。私たちは生きている。
生きているんだな。俺たち。
生き延びたんですね。私たち。
でも、生き延びればいいってものじゃない。俺は嫌だ。ここにお客さんでいることが今はたまらなく。
注意。
I was ignorant of the increasing security concerns in the Japanese district, the stern demands of sentry duty, or how we're facing poorly trained child soldiers to fight our battles. Facing. Heck, I wasn't aware of the fate my former comrades suffered protecting this place. All of that is in the past. Now that this vibrant metropolis, this triumph of the human spirit, spreads before my eyes, I can't pretend this ain't my fight anymore.
欧州に行ってる間に俺たちは帰るべき場所を失った。あの瞬間、間違いなく俺たちは全てを、過去も未来も、俺たちはこの地球を蝕むベータってクソ野郎どもを殲滅するために戦っていたさ。でもそれは全て生まれ育った国を蹂躙されたから、多くの命が失われたからだった。明日にも生き残った人たちが同じ目に遭うかもしれない。絶対にそんなことは
I mean,
さ
good
せな
luck
い。
with that, my guy.
日本にもあったんだ、こういう街の光が。その思いがひいては世界を守る、地球を守るという大義につながっていた。違うか。
その通りだと思います。私たちの大切なものは地球である以前に日本という
She's right. A man who doesn't care about keeping his country, friends, and family safe would never feel any compulsion to protect the Earth. You start with those close to you, then your attachments grow and grow until one day you realize there will be no peace until the world is safe. Then you meet your comrades in arms, other people who think the same as you do, and you bond with them over your hopes for the future. You trust them with your back and receive their loyalty in return. That's why we could spill our blood in a faraway place like Europe, thousands of miles away from home, because people dear to us were waiting for us back home, and we would spare no expense to save them. We face an overwhelming enemy while we're at our lowest point. Dying is a real possibility, but if that's what it takes to keep my people safe, it's a price I would gladly pay.
だけど、それは 突然失われてしまった。しかも俺たちはその最後を見とることもできなかった。俺たちの大切なものはもう心の中にしかなくなってしまった。でもそうじゃなかったんだ。そう思っていたけど、生き残った人たちが必死の思いでもう一度作り直したんだ。そして誰も彼も肩を寄せ合って、いろんなことを切り捨てながらも埋め合って生きてる。
はい。
そんな場所に俺はいる。でも俺は何も知らない。自分の寝床以外。
I was taking the easy way out. Thought having Japanese blood flowing through my veins would be enough to call this place home. I couldn't have been more wrong.
惰性で存在しているだけじゃ地に足はつかない。ここを日本だと認めて、ここで日本人として生きようとしなければ。
注意。
ゆずか。
はい。
俺を生かしてくれたこと、心から感謝してる。
Now kiss.
俺にはあの横断橋の間の記憶は途切れ途切れで追い詰められて、死んでもいいと思っていたことだけはなんとなく思い出せる。死の大地を渡ってきただなんだと祭り上げられちゃいるが、それをやったのはゆずか。
そんな。
お前が諦めた瞬間、俺は終わっていた。だけど俺はもやのかかった頭の中で、どうしてお前は俺自身が捨てた命をこんなにまでして拾うんだろうかと。いや、諦めていたのは俺だけじゃない。寺本だって浅木だって隊長ですらも。なのにお前だけは、そのおかげでここに俺がいる。
Hell yeah, now kiss.
ゆずか、俺はもうこの命は捨てない。そして絶対に生き続けてやる。この日本でやらなきゃいけないことがある。それをやり遂げる。
はい。
それだけじゃない。その先にあるあの街の明かりを守る。取れる手は全て取る。
はい。
何より俺にはその義務があるし。
注意。
お、
もう一度見てください。
あ
そこを守ろうという人があそこに背を向けてちゃいけませんよ。
あ、そうか。
それから笑ってください。
I don't think forcing yourself to smile is necessarily what you need to. Not smiling isn't isolating yourself. If you just don't smile, like that's. I think this dude's been through enough shit. Like he has enough reason not to smile. Doesn't mean like you said, don't isolate yourself from the people you're trying to protect. Yeah, no, absolutely. But like, then just smile. It's like no. Let mans be frowny if he wants to. All right. Maybe I take that one just a bit more personally than anything else, but motherfuckers ain't gotta smile, all right, to be personable.
Huh?
口をへの字にして重苦しく語れば未来が開けるわけじゃありません。なら笑顔でいませんか？
Fine. Not smiling doesn't mean you don't find joy in life. Also, in this climate that they're in, for lack of a better word, I'd say not smiling is justified. Like, you can still be looking forward to a brighter future and whatnot. The hope that one day things will get better. Doesn't mean you have to smile. Doesn't mean you have to fucking force it like you work in customer service or some shit.
少なくともそうしているだけで優しくなれる
You
し、
can be kind without smiling.
人に幸せをあげられますよ。
You can be happy without smiling.
そっか。それも。
注意。私はずっと注意についていきますから。
Now kiss.
私はそのために注意とここに来たんです。
Now kiss.
ゆずか。
生き延びることができて本当に良かった。
Fucking kiss.
ああ。
生きる、守る。注意のその言葉を聞けて、エレンやしずくちゃんや神宮寺少佐に会えて本当に良かった。
あと松風もな。かわいそうだから仲間に入れてやれ。
はい、そうしましょう。この日本で、この小さな日本を守るために精一杯戦いましょう。取れる手を全て取りましょう。
ああ、きっとそのためのウォードッグ招待なんだ。俺はそう信じてる。
私もです。
なんだかやる気が出てきたな。
私も元気が出ました。楠本軍曹に感謝しなくちゃ。
Hell yeah, Kusumoto's awesome.
よし、このまま一気に残った仕事を片付けるか。そろそろ戻ろうぜ、ゆずか。
はい。注意。一人でなんて絶対に背負わせません。
I don't like the foreshadowing in that statement.
最後まで一緒です。
I really don't like the foreshadowing in that statement. I'll stay by your side until the very end. I don't know when, I don't know where, and I don't know how. But at some point, I fully expect Yusuke's gonna fucking die trying to protect fucking Hibiki. God damn it. I'm really starting to warm up to Yusuke too. Not that I was ever like anti-Yusuke, but like I like Yusuke, and well, that's the thing. I like all of them. I have yet to meet a character in this fucking spin-off that I don't really like. I mean, other than Lilia, but she's not part of the squad. Ugh, God damn it. There's some heavy-handed foreshadowing in that statement right there. That's not just a nice sentiment. That's something. You can't tell me that isn't.